o'clock. A little more Mariah Carey for you here on this Fed Up Friday on Fantasy Frenzy. Brought to you by Will Hawk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky. Online at Will Hawk Beef Jerky. Connor, Halley, Brandon Douglas. We got Donnie P in the house, as is Country Mac, as we are going to take you through the next hour here. And if you were wondering why we delayed and let the song run for a little longer, well, you probably know Canada and Finland right now. Semifinal over in Italy, men's ice hockey. And can't do update play-by-play, but it's still tied it to a piece.
And Canada's going to the power play.
Canada's going to the power play. Nate Mack took a high stick. Great pressure.
Sold it.
You have to. Brad Marchand did the same thing. Just whip that head back. Hey, that's how I would react. I can't fault him when it happens, but we're not going to provide you with live updates, but you'll probably pick up on things if they happen, because we got a studio here full of proud Canadians, and there's people in our hallways that'll maybe make some noise, good or bad. So we appreciate you guys joining us here on the show. If you're stuck with us and you'd rather be watching the game, I get it. We're fortunate to have this situation here, and we'll keep you up to date on what is going on. Earlier today in the curling, Rachel Homan unfortunately falling to the Swedes. She'll play for bronze, and the Canadian men's taking on Great Britain on the curling rink tomorrow for gold. So we'll see how it plays out with those ones. Canada did pick up another bronze today, and could get a few more here. So, the late push by the Canadians in Milano Cortina to try to get some more medals here. Oh, if that was another 29, he might have scored.
You got to hit the net.
And you know what? I think it's kind of been an issue with the Canadians in this game. You look at the shot clock. They do have 36 shots. A lot of it coming from bad angles, a lot of right in the chest. And a lot of times, Duke, that shot from low where Draisaitl buries it, you miss it. It's wrapping around and like leaving the zone. And we've seen that happen multiple times.
It's different. It's tough to criticize the best players in the world when they're taking shots from those angles, because they are capable of scoring, but they're risky shots. I mean, you see it talking about minor hockey and coaching kids and stuff. Those aren't shots you want them to take because they are so low percentage chances, right? And with adverse possibilities as well of clearing the zone, odd man rushes the other way. So it's tough to see. But this the Canadian power play putting on some pressure here as now we're down into the final minute of regulation.
The nitty-gritty, as they say. Yeah, the Canadian power play. And Canada, for those of you who missed it, went down 2-0. It was Rantanen on the power play for the Finns.
Oh, my God.
And
it's the Nate dog.
What did he do? I don't know. Could have done anything, really. 3, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 10 seconds have elapsed. Nathan McKinnon on the power play sneaks it in past UC Saros.
From the same spot he just missed from when we said it rimmed all the way out around the other side.
He's ringing the bell. Canada up 3-2. 35 seconds left in this one, Duke. You froze there.
I froze.
We heard people in the background losing it. The people in the bar going crazy right now. Connor McDavid cross ice pass.
Primary assist. Beautiful feed.
Sam Reinhart paying the price in front.
Just sneaks. Like, there was no room there. I don't know how that got through. Unreal. And like, you have to think, for a guy like Nate McKinnon, we know he's not at 100%. Under the weather, puking on the bench. Those are what the people from in the building have been telling us. And he'll be the first to say he has not looked like the dominant player we know he is at this tournament. Struggling to find chemistry with different line mates at times. They've tried a few different looks. That has to feel like about 1 million pounds off of a guy's shoulder.
Yeah. Now, there might be something happening right now where we
don't have any sound on, so we're not sure,
or subtitles, so we have to kind of scour social media here. Right now they might be checking for something.
Zone entry.
Well, Josh Fenwick is tweeting about this from home, so how sick is he? The question,
he just
has
can't
to be
talk
asked.
Right? That's his whole thing, which
I said, hey, maybe we'll see
offside is the challenge.
I told Josh yesterday, hey, maybe we'll see him Monday, and he's like, see you tomorrow. And I said, okay,
maybe
Monday. Maybe Monday. Someone in my building just cheered. Again, a long-time listener. Went to check, 37 seconds left. I can't see the puck, Duke. I mean, this might be desperation time.
These
here.
are the Olympic quality cameras. Oh, look, we're zooming now.
So Celebrini might not have dragged the skate long enough. I think it's good, but half his foot is cut off. So the drama The Drama Duke, drink your float Friday.
Yeah, treating myself
That's
to
a good goal, I
an
think.
early float to try and calm the nerves a little bit. I knew
Calm
this
the
would be
nerves.
coming. Something told me it'd be down to the wire. Man,
I went the other way
what
and got
drama.
a full throttle energy drink.
Oh, whoa, wow. Good
I'm
for you.
raging. Okay, I'm not the official ruling here, Duke, but
Too close to overturn.
I think it's onside. I'll take it a step further. I won't even say it's too close. I think it's onside, but they've got 9 angles looking at it right now.
It's really confusing.
One is the bench. One is
the wide scope of the arena. One is the Jumbotron.
One's black. Just pitch black. So we'll wait and see here what the official ruling is. Obviously, big call. They don't want to get it wrong. Thanks a lot to who was it? Old Avalanche. Was it Duchesne who was 10 feet offside? And
Yeah.
No, this is
10
this
feet,
is
probably
hockey.
30.
30 feet offside. I mean, you can't see from the angles they're giving us right now. Referee does come out here. We'll do the delay again, as we don't want to have the IOC coming after us.
We'll rag the puck, to borrow a hockey term, in terms of trying to fill some space here before we get an official ruling one way or the other. Connor, you were talking about,
Unless you're watching on YouTube, then I'll give the actual call. There it is.
Not too bad.
There it is.
You were talking earlier, just before they scored this goal, which we now know stands as good.
Good goal.
About the chances seemingly coming from bad angles, lots of shots right in the chest and stuff. The Finns have played a very strong defensive game. Donovan has said it a couple times. Like, it looks like watching a Lou Lamoriello style team, whether it be the Devils, the Islanders in more recent memory, in the way that they are limiting it. A lot of stuff from the outside for Canada, and they've pounded Saros. He has made some very good saves, but a lot of them, he's made them look easy. He's an athletic guy. He moves really well. But as you said, a lot of them have kind of been shot right at him too.
Yeah.
Blocked shots, forcing them to miss the net by taking away lanes. It's been a good job by Finland, and if this is in fact how it finishes, we still got 30 seconds left here.
Yeah. Canada gets a power play for the delay of game on the challenge, right?
Which is, I mean, killer. If you're Finland, it gets, you kind of
had to do it. I think they had to. It was so close. Well, I didn't think it was actually close. I suppose I thought it was easily onside, but you're right. I think you got to give. Well, this game's not over, but the Finns deserve a lot of credit for how they've done it. Like, they weren't letting McKinnon or McDavid beat them with that goal.
And we're talking physicality. They're kind of they watched that Czech game, I'm sure, on film, and said, this is the recipe. And Laddie Schmid said it yesterday, and I don't think it could be put any better. We got to see Canada bleed a little bit, right? Like, they're not invincible. Their skin can be broken. It's real red mortal blood that comes out, not some other godly fluids. So the Finns saw that and say, hey, let's try and duplicate it. They did a really good job of it through 55 minutes of this hockey game.
I mean, and giving the Canadian power play is always a risk when you have McDavid, McKinnon, Makar.
So it's an unbelievable collection of skill.
Reinhardt and Macklin.
Celebrini,
McDavid,
who's been elevated there since Crosby was hurt, obviously.
Oh, we just need one more M, then we could do McDavid, Makar, McKinnon, Macklin.
The quintuple M.
Why couldn't it be Max Reinhardt?
Max Reinhardt.
Yeah.
He was the younger brother or oldest? Oldest brother.
Yeah. Played with Sam with the Ice, I do believe. I believe they were teammates when Griffin came to the Oil Kings. But the Finns deserve a lot of credit. It was almost like saying, hey, if they're going to beat us, it's going to be low percentage shots, lucky bounces. And I will say, I mean, who scores that goal that Nathan McKinnon scores? Probably him, Draisaitl, Kucherov, Ovi. Like, he snuck it in there. Saros was over
the
quick.
Positioning was there. Like, you see it and you wonder, how did that get through? There's no space on the short side. So, because
even like when we first saw it, it was like, did that squeak through? And then everyone reacts.
We wait for the reaction from the crowd behind the referee, obviously, with the points. So, this is final, or 20 seconds here left in the game. Canada leading 3-2. This is going to be some clenching time.
What does the KUNT mean in Finnish, by the way? That's a big sign there. KUNT in Finnish.
You want me to say that?
I don't think you can say it, but do we know what it means?
No.
There's a heart then.
I don't speak Finnish.
I think the UNT might be a unt.
Maybe it means love.
I don't know if the mics picked that up, but we've got JR,
a very strong contingency of Stingray employees, past and present.
Yeah.
Because Greg Shannon's here, Jackie Ray.
AJ's watching.
All out in our bar area watching these final moments, potentially, if they add any time back to the clock here. down on this game.
And it is funny because I was sitting out there with them earlier, and like the could happen at like the blue line. Like, hey guys, one of our sales managers, Paul, runs out. What happened? Oh, there's his own entry. Like nothing happened, nothing too crazy. But yeah, it looks like Bennington got rid of the puck, and Canada should be skating away with a 3-2 victory. They're going to review it. What do you think of Bennington? The first goal, can't blame them. Breakaway, kind of a 50-50 thing. But after that, shut the door.
It's when they needed him to come up the biggest. And listen, the Finns did not have a ton of premier chances in this game. A couple really good looks from in the slot, and he made the saves he had to. A couple tense moments for sure, including this one as clock essentially ran out. A late drive wide by a Finnish player.
There's officially 1.3 seconds left on the clock, so Finn's going to crash the dot here and try to get a whack away.
Our buddy Eddie Steele, who was, of course, in this morning for his final show co-hosting before a week of holidays, so he's going to miss his next 3 regular appearances. He predicted a 3-2 final score, and barring something absolutely insane here, it looks like that may be the case. And indeed it is.
Canada wins. 3-2. They'll take on the winner of the Slovaks and the Americans who play later today. Gut check time. I mean, hey, you want to talk about overcoming some adversity, falling down 2-0. Not ideal. Now, a young Connor Halley tweeted out 2-0. Worst lead in hockey. We all knew this was coming. Canada was obviously going to come back and win. But, wow, that was some absolute stress.
Now, Connor, this begs the question in my eyes. Is Team Canada a bunch of drama queens?
Yes.
They needed to be dramatic.
They need,
as the quarterfinal and semifinal games have shown us here. And what a feeling for Nate McKinnon. As said, maybe not the most productive tournament overall, but now he scores a goal to send his country to a gold medal game.
Feeling good, feeling great, and
he's Nate.
And now here's the next question for you, Duke. Can we get Sidney Crosby in like a hyperbaric chamber or whatever it is? Hyperbolic?
Yeah.
And heal that body.
Cryogenic. Freeze him.
Give him my leg if he needs it.
Well, I would offer mine, but I don't think that'd do him very much good. Regardless of what leg it actually is, which apparently seems to be actually up in the air for some reason.
Yeah.
My right knee, happily give it to him. It doesn't have an ACL. My left one, technically still all intact. But every time I play a sport on it, it seems like it's just teetering on the brink of something bad happening.
Well,
including last night where the Tropics won from the Claire Drake Arena.
We won't send your leg over.
Maybe. No, send someone better. Donovan, you're like Gumby.
Yeah. Just implant it in there. Connor McDavid, 2 assists in this game. Nathan McCarr, goal and an assist. Theodore and McKinnon with the other goals. Pretty clean game for Canada. The one penalty they did take was Sam Bennett.
And it cost them.
Did you think it should have been 2?
They took more than, because they had a power play early in the game, and then they scored on the power play, did they not?
You're right.
Both were both Bennett? Well, Bennett was in the box when the Finns scored.
My Sportsnet game sheet only has 1 penalty. But then it also has Bennington has only 9 saves.
That can't be right.
Maybe they got to refresh that a little bit. Did you think both players should have gone off on the penalty by Bennett when he crashes in the net?
No,
because he doesn't just torpedo himself in it. It was Florida Panthers hockey right there.
Well, that's exactly. And Kevin Carey said it to verbatim. He's like, "Yeah, I don't think we would have saw that called in the Stanley Cup final."
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm seeing from the Olympic website 2 penalties against Canada. I was pretty sure there was one earlier in the game. And yeah, like special teams, a huge role in this game. Obviously, the Finns power play goal, shorthanded goal. Canada, the power play goal to get on the board, and then the winner. So special teams, special plays, special players.
Team Dean says they have to be supporting Bennett. That was at 11:11.
What is that about?
I'm not exactly sure. Greaterman J provided what he believes the KUNT in Finnish means, but it's the same thing as English.
But it would be KU next Tuesday.
Apparently, it's a municipality. That's what it means.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's like City Strong or something. Not a great. We don't know what the rest of the sign said. Jamie B says, love it. Inconclusive on the challenge. The Kachuk sisters will be mad. I mean, this is what the Kachucks want, isn't it? Canada, U.S.?
It's what we all
Isn't
want.
what the hockey world wants?
I think so.
Oh, the stress we'll be going through.
But now, hey, just like we expected the Finns, who are always pesky internationally, the way they play a team game structured, they made this difficult on the Canadians. The Slovaks have been the surprise of this tournament.
Yeah.
This is not going to be an easy game for the Americans. Now, on paper, it certainly should profile as such. They're very heavily favored from a sportsbook perspective. The Slovaks clearly have some sort of jam going here. Now, we know most of the time Cinderella stories and upstarts, they don't always see all the way to conclusion. That's kind of what I'm thinking here in this next semifinal coming up just after 1 o'clock.
I'm fired up.
I think the Americans win that game. Not easily. Like, it's not an easy game, but the final score is not particularly close.
I could see it. The Slovaks have had good goaltending, despite, as Tiger says, an AHL goalie.
AHL, where his numbers are not very good.
No. Maybe he just needs more shots.
He's played great in this tournament. There's no doubt about it. Between him, the way Slafkovsky has played, and this is a guy that already has an Olympic MVP under his belt as a teenager back then, right? They clearly got something cooking, and Nemec has been great on the back end for him. Faravari, who I'm pretty sure won a cup with Washington. They've got something going.
Yeah.
Making the memory of Slovak Olympians past, Marian Hossa, among others, very proud.
Gaborik?
Yep.
Yeah. I got
others.
Jara?
Yep.
Roman Hammerlake was Czech.
It's tough. I get
break. Let's take a break.
Yeah, let's step aside and compile a list of great Slovak NHL players.
Rather than trying to one-up each other for the next 20 minutes, let's take a break. It's Fantasy Frenzy, brought to you by Wilhock Beef Jerky.
A pizza from Papa John's is already pretty great, but you know what's even better? 2 pizzas from Papa John's. For a limited time, get a medium 1-topping pizza for only $6 when you order any large specialty pizza at regular menu price. Whether you're feeding your family, your team, or yourself, get your next meal from your locally owned and operated Papa John's with a $6 1-top medium when you order any large specialty at regular menu price. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
And that's another goal. You know what would be even better than winning gold?
Okay, I'll bite.
Winning a gold medal made of Wilhock beef jerky.
Athletes do get hungry, and they could use a snack on the podium. I think I'll start a petition.
Really?
No. Now pass the Wilhock and turn up the games.
For a truly Canadian snack to cheer on our truly Canadian athletes, you need Wilhock beef jerky, made with Alberta pride right here in Leduc.
Action Electrical's projects team takes the field, folks, ready to execute the entire play for new commercial builds.
Absolutely. They're masters of design build, sketching strategy from initial blueprints to core electrical infrastructure. The team never misses on complex projects.
Known for handling big league constructions and major renovations, ensuring flawless execution, hire the Action Electrical team to bring home a win for your project. Visit actionelectrical.net.
Do you sit around at work listening to sports radio all day? That's right, my friend. There's no shame in it. It's the good life. And we're not here to snitch. Say, if your company advertised on Sports 1440, you could be the one listening for your company's ad every day. Now you've got an excuse to listen to Sports 1440 all day. It's part of the job. Sounds like someone's getting a promotion. Email Gregor at sports1440.ca and let's get to work for you.
From the locker room to your radio, Sports 1440 is Edmonton's sports leader. Real talk, big personalities, and your texts. It's interactive. It's fun. It's where Edmonton talks sports. Sports 1440.
Scott McGilvery here, HGTV host and renovation expert. The one upgrade I know homeowners will love: better, fresher Culligan water straight from the tap. Culligan's Aquasential reverse osmosis filtration system takes your water to the next level. With up to 7 stages of filtration and 14 filter options, they're certified to reduce over 90 contaminants. Your tap water is about to get a major upgrade. Safer water that tastes great. Get started with a free in-home water test at Culligan.com. Culligan, water you love.
Who's that working on the underground utilities over there? All-Star Construction, that's who. What about the street lighting? Yep, All-Star Construction. And the directional drilling, hydrovacking, neighborhood renewal, and telecommunication work? Yep. Since 2009, All-Star Construction has been doing all that and more, shaping and building Edmonton communities for land developers all around Edmonton. That's what All-Star Construction is all about.
If you're selling a vehicle, Sherwood Honda really wants to get your goat. We mean greatest offer of all time. Consign with Sherwood Honda, and they can sell your vehicle for you. All breeds, makes, and models, not just Hondas. You can let Sherwood Honda lock horns with those tough negotiators, and you'll reach the interested buyers that flock to Sherwood Honda every day. Sherwood Honda's the goat of selling vehicles, including yours. So someone Sherwood...
Whoa, I gotta put some money on the game tonight. We hit our monthly budget. Whoa, how did you get in here? I'm you, the responsible you. We're right. We'll play another time. Sounds more like us.
If you gamble, use your game sense. Visit GameSenseAB.ca.
Who should start? Who needs to hit the bench? Find out with Fantasy Frenzy with Halley and Douglas.
This is Sports 1440.
Presented by Will Hawk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
It's 11:23. Welcome back. Fantasy Frenzy here on this. Well, Ted Up Friday, I suppose. If anyone has any beef they want to get off their chest, let us know. 1-833-401-1440. Speaking of beef,
is your text line working properly? Speaking of beef,
well, the show brought to you by Will Hawk Beef Jerky.
Speaking of beef jerky, is your jerky text line working?
The Will Hawk text line. I think so. Why? Yours is not?
Mine's like on the fritz, maybe. I don't know.
I got Lance saying never in doubt. He just texted that in. But Lance also DM'd me on Instagram and said, I am scared, Connor, at 9:51. But all he had to do was check my tweet. Now we're crossing platforms.
Nobody wants a 2-0 lead.
9:37, 2-0, worst lead in hockey. We all know this. These are things we know. Someone tried to debate me once. I think they said it was 3-1 is the worst lead in hockey, which might be it. But
2-0 is maybe tougher because if you have yet to crack the opposition goalie, it can start to be like a bit of a mental block. Say, like, we just can't get one past this guy.
But when you get one,
Teemu Solani said it. Hate to rub it into the Finns to use their all-time great line against them, but it's like sometimes scoring goals is like getting the juice out of the ketchup bottle, like a traditional glass one. You got to give it a few whacks, and it's slow at first, but then once it starts coming, smooth flow.
When Cale Makar scored, I looked at my son. I said, Ben, they're going to win. And he said, you're right, Dad.
He said, Gack.
No, he said, Father, what wise words.
Words never die.
Everyone dies, not words.
Not words, Dad. We need more books.
My son said that, 15 months old. Slurpy Sean texting in, when Canada made it 2-1 before the end of the second, I knew they were going to pull it off. You got that, man. You get that belief, right? You're just one shot away. That was great. This segment, this show brought to you by Will Hawk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky, online at willhawkbeefjerky.com. This segment for elksnation.ca, 2 weekly podcasts with Eddie Steele and Declan Kruger breaking down the green and golds, the most in-depth double E football coverage online. Go check it out on YouTube and anywhere you get your podcast from, elksnation.ca. Speaking of Eddie Steele, I saw the artwork his son did.
Pretty
talented.
nice.
Yeah, he should mock up a Elks Nation logo for them, I think. I mean, the one they have is great, but try things out. Do a little differently. I think it'd look good. More text to get to here. Guys, just thoughts on the tournament as a whole. Yeah, I mean, and for sure, like, Duke, you go back to the Four Nation face-off, and now to this tournament. What we saw in the quarterfinals, 3 games going to overtime. Today, big comeback victory from the Canadians. a chance to set up Canada-US, which is the best rivalry in hockey. Maybe outside Tampa, Florida. They're pretty good as well. But like, it's awesome to see it, but it's also frustrating that I'll have to say greed took this away from us for the last 10 years. Like, we should have seen a couple of these head-to-head matchups with Canada-US. Hey, maybe another country sneaks in, but there was no reason not to have NHLers participate.
Yeah, and it just kind of boils down to like, all right, games are in Korea, China. Those too far away coming out of the. I mean, it wasn't. We already knew they weren't going before the pandemic situation hit and everything along those lines to just add another wrinkle. But you're right, Connor. It does almost, if you want to talk about a Fed Up Friday topic, in the same breath of reveling in everything that we've been witness to so far in this tournament, and once the rubbers hit the road here in the quarterfinal and the first semifinal game, we've been treated to just an unbelievably entertaining edition of hockey at the international level. Why have we not seen it in this version? And I'll be the first to admit, in the last two Olympic Games, when there has been NHL participation, I've still watched very attentively because some of these players, yeah, they're not the very best in the world at what they do, but they are still the 1% of the 1%. It's kind of almost cool to get to see them with that opportunity to represent their country. And we're specifically talking about, for the most part, the Canadian American teams where their regular rosters would have been comprised entirely of NHLers. And you got to see some young guys go, and like Mason McTavish, Kent Johnson, some players that never thought this would be possible for them in terms of like Maxime Nereau, Landon Ferraro. So I didn't dislike it as much in the moment. It was disappointing to not see NHLers there, but you just take it as it comes. Now, getting to see it for the likes of Connor McDavid, Nathan McKinnon, Cale Makar, Crosby back for a third go at it with a 12-year gap in between. And then on the American side, take your pick. They have no returning Olympians. It's first time for all of them, right? It does make you a little bit, I don't know if resentful is the right word, but certainly feeling a little sour that we haven't got to see this last couple times out.
Yeah, I know that, like, hey, there was fine events. Obviously, we were still rooting for Canada the last couple games. Some great hockey players, like you said. But when they lost, and this it might be my attitude towards it, it was like, okay, whatever. It wasn't best on best, so I don't really care. Same with the World Juniors for me. When Canada loses, and then you find out they have 4 NHL players that were eligible to play in it, I still just say, okay, well, their best players weren't there. You can make the debate that Russia's not there, so it's not best on best for them. I would say the Russians would have a good team, but they've also, with NHL players there, struggled. They haven't won a gold since they were the Soviet Union, I guess, in 88. There was a unified team that won in 92.
Cool.
Then the Olympic athletes from Russia did win in 2018. Again, no NHL players there, and the Russian team was pretty good.
Loaded.
Yeah, it was like a good group of KHL athletes. So,
was that the year did the Germans win silver?
They did.
That year, yeah, they were the kind of the surprise team of that tournament.
Canada beat the Czechs 6-4 for
bronze.
For bronze, yeah. And then last go around, I mean, the 2022 team,
the Slovaks were the surprise team when they won bronze themselves.
Yeah, beat Sweden 4-0. Maybe Sweden wasn't too into it. The bronze medal game is got to be tough. I was watching the athletes yesterday for the medal ceremony in the women's game, and like the Swiss, like so happy. But I was thinking about it. They won 4 hours ago. How many drinks did they have in between?
Yeah, they're I think it matters situationally, right? If you're talking about a Swiss women's team that has medaled once in the history of the sport being here, and it's 12 years ago, 2014, they took home bronze as well. Obviously, none of these players were there, or very few of them, if any, I would guess. It's a really cool experience, and they probably came in with expectations of competing for a bronze medal, right? Because that it's not lost on the athletes that Canada and the United States are very clear favorites. Now, you always say any given day, get in there. They nearly upset Canada in the semifinal game. It was way closer than it should have been on paper. Now, change that topic to this men's tournament and this Finnish team, the Swedish team that lost to the States in the quarterfinal devastating fashion. Those teams came in here with expectations of playing for a gold medal.
Yeah.
They're Sweden, the third team along with Canada and US comprised entirely of NHL players. Finns did have a couple Euro League guys on the roster. It's disappointing, but at the same time, come tomorrow afternoon, you have to think, all right, we have the opportunity to still make our country proud, win a medal, and at least finish our tournament on a winning note, whoever their opponent will be, Slovakia or the United States.
I would think, just if the Slovaks win today, the States might not care as much.
I think that's fair.
Slovakia in the bronze medal game, still fired up to place. Finland, I don't know. I'm curious what their thoughts might be for, like you said, probably an outside chance, a hope that they could get into the gold medal game. They were very close today, so it's going to be heartbreaking, but that'll be on Saturday, right?
The bronze medal game?
Bronze medal?
Yeah, that's tomorrow. Gold, obviously,
Gold on
early
Sunday.
Morning. 6 o'clock. You got big plans, Cons?
Gonna wake up and watch it, I suppose.
With Benny?
Usually wakes up at 7:30, so I'll let him sleep a little longer.
He's already on a hard clock, eh? Good for him.
He gets a good solid 12 hours every night. Good.
That's the dream.
Good sleep, yeah. So he's not waking up too tired. He wakes up ready to go.
I'm looking forward to going home today and having a nap. But probably realistically, a nap mixed in and around watching the US-Slovakia game because it starts at 1, just after 1.
You got to train your body. You got to wake up tomorrow morning at like 7. And then on Sunday, waking up at 6 won't be so bad.
But I get up at 5 every day.
Oh, yeah, true. Good point. That weekend schedule won't it won't make an impact on you. Let us know. How's everyone feeling? Are you going to go out to watch the game in an establishment? I'm sure, first round.
First round here in the mall,
OTR.
They got to go, and I think they open at 5:45. Levers texted Kev this morning.
Everybody there, a sigh of relief that they can have Canada play. But let us know who's heading out. What are you doing to watch the game? Jimmy says, "Good day, gentlemen. If Canada comes out with a slow start again against the U.S., I don't think they'll be able to come back. God willing. Did you come back?
Back.
Did you come back? I think he'll be
back.
a couple tasks against a team like that.
Might be a voice to text mix up somewhere in that one, a little jumbled. Not sure but I
can't read. We know that, so that's the thing.
True, Connor's illiterate. The point of that text, I believe, being another game like this is a second straight where the Canadians have fallen behind, right?
Yeah.
And needed, as we said, some drama to come back and win it in pretty spectacular fashion. Overtime against the Czechs here, the final minute of regulation on the power play. Now the Americans profile out as the best team that the Canadians will have yet played, if that is who in fact wins the second semifinal today. Yeah, I think I'm there with you, Jimmy, to try and come back from a 2-0 deficit against the reigning Hart Trophy winner, Vezina Trophy winner, and Connor Hellebuck, assuming he would be the guy in net for the Americans. Once again, I'm not trying to put the cart before the horse, but I believe the Americans are going to win this afternoon. That's who will be playing on Sunday morning. So, I certainly don't think that's in their game plan is to fall behind, whether it be by a goal, 2 goals, or any other variety. They want to try and get a lead and then control the game from there on out.
Yeah, I mean, you probably couldn't have drawn it up much better for Finland, right? Like the way they got that thing done, it was going in the right direction, but they just gave Canada that gleam and the first goal to make it 2-1. I was listening on my way in on a stream, and I was like, "Oh, the Finns aren't phased," was the comment, and I thought, I don't know, like doubt creeps into the back of your mind, and it doesn't really matter how the Finns are feeling. How's Canada feeling? Because all of a sudden, Canada started to get that push, like, okay, guys, 1 shot away, let's just get that shot, and inevitably it came. AZ says, I believe that McDavid received less recognition in him being the best player in the world because he didn't go to the Olympics in 2018. Crosby really elevated his status in 2010, and McDavid never had that opportunity. I think the conversation with people being in the same category as McDavid is now gone. You'll see less narrative from the media about who is the best player in the game. AZ, for sure. I mean, I think that's undeniable. When you're on that Olympic stage and everyone sees you, I think obviously your profile elevates. I think people will still bring up McKinnon and, maybe Cooch, and heck, the Celebrini crowd might get louder, but seeing what McDavid's done, like breaking records, pretty hard to argue.
But so there's some fair points in here, but I would counter it with like, are there any real conversations about who the best player in hockey is? I'm sorry, I don't think there is. I think it is a consensus that McDavid is the best hocky player that currently is alive.
You think all Colorado people think he's better than McKinnon?
If they're taking any fan vision out of it, then no, you can't. Like, he's a great player. Now, the difference in all but you mentioned the Celebrini one kind of as a fun little add on the end, but what those other players have accomplished that Connor McDavid has not is win a Stanley Cup. It's a team game. That Colorado team that won was loaded. Obviously, Tampa going back to back. They had a goalie that essentially was unbeatable in the playoffs, along with the rest of their loaded roster. Kucherov being an absolute menace in those playoffs, just as a cherry on top of it all. And Crosby, when he, say, elevated his status in 2010, getting to the Olympics, he already had a Stanley Cup under his belt when that happened too. Went on to win 2 more in the interim between then and now as well. So I don't genuinely think that anybody doubts that Connor McDavid is the best player in the world that actually consume hockey on a regular basis. Now, if you're talking about exposure to the rest of the world and growing hockey as a game, especially south of the border, should we see a USA-Canada matchup on Sunday morning, then absolutely, that's a no-doubter. It's going to get more eyes on it and give him more recognition as a result. But to think that it's some sort of debate, I don't think that that's really in reality.
And I'm not saying it because I've probably said it too soon. I had said on a previous station that I thought that Connor McDavid was the best player in hockey, like his 3rd year in. Like, just watching him, like he's a threat every time he touches the puck. So I'm not disagreeing with you. I have that, but it would not surprise me if there's people in the media outside of Edmonton that had another player up there. I just, we've seen some crazy things. Hey, like, look at Drake May. Still 23 first place votes from Justin Herbert for MVP.
It's crazy.
People just are crazy sometimes.
And so I guess I would maybe put a bow on this by saying, is there a difference between if you ask, say, media members or people that cover the game from wherever in this country or America, you say you pick one player to try and win you a game in a Stanley Cup final.
Yeah.
Will somebody say Nate McKinnon? Will somebody still say Sidney Crosby?
100%.
I think that's absolutely true and warranted because of what we just said, that they have been there and done it. Connor McDavid's been to 2 Stanley Cup finals, one of them going to Game 7. But in those 2 times, have we not also said that McDavid hasn't necessarily looked the same dominant player in those Cup finals?
That's what I would say.
It's a warranted conversation from that front, but that's a different question than saying who is the best hockey player currently playing.
Yeah.
That is unanimous.
We saw Game 7 just 2 years ago. Sam Reinhart and Carter Verhaeghe got the goals.
Yeah.
Verhaeghe had 2 points. It was a 2-on win. Mr. Game 7.
Mr.
You got to think at that time, what did Paul Maurice say pregame? Like, probably just circled 97, like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
This is who we cover.
Be in this guy's pocket.
This is who we cover. We'll take a break here. Keep the text rolling in here. 1-833-401-1440. It's Fantasy Frenzy, brought to you by Will Hawk Beef Jerky.
A pizza from Papa John's is already pretty great, but you know what's even better? 2 pizzas from Papa John's. For a limited time, get a medium 1-topping pizza for only $6 when you order any large specialty pizza at regular menu price. Whether you're feeding your family, your team, or yourself, get your next meal from your locally owned and operated Papa John's with a $6 1-top medium when you order any large specialty at regular menu price. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Japa Machinery Group knows that XCMG may not roll off the tongue, but Japa's team will help keep your construction jobs rolling on time and on budget with heavy equipment sales and rentals. Visit japamachinery.com to find out more.
Sometimes you think about what you're going to do in the day. Go to work, pick up the kids from school, make supper. But at GS Construction, we think a little differently. Winter is our season to think, to plan, and to improve. We study, we innovate, we train. So when the thaw comes, we're ready to dig, build, and deliver even better, which means we need people like you. If you're thinking about joining the team at GS Construction, now's the time to do it. To apply and to see how we think, visit gsconstruction.ca.
Hey, Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $500,000 on Mega Jackpot's Ocean Bells? Think about the season tickets you could lock down with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there's never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
I'm Colin Livingston, president of Cantork. Cantork has always been a forward-thinking company, but now that we've turned 25, I can't help but take a minute to take a look back. Thank you to everyone that's been with us along the way.
Hi, Mike here from Northgate Chevrolet Buick GMC. Free trips, free iPads, a barbecue, a wood stove, the #1 dealer in the world. What? Who cares? How about no pressure, a great deal, finance rates as low as 0%, trade values you can be happy with, and an indoor showroom. And we're pretty good people. Stop in and see us today, 13215 97th Street, or visit us online at northgategm.com.
Planning your next event? Let Loca Quality Market cater. From made-to-order meals to gourmet platters to full chef tasting experiences, they make entertaining effortless. Visit loca.ca to start planning today.
Welcome to Silent Ice Center, the region's newest hockey and event center in Nisku. Featuring 2 NHL-size ice surfaces, premium seating, private suites, and an electric atmosphere. From elite hockey to major tournaments, concerts, and special events, this is where the action lives. And with Summit Restaurant overlooking the rink, every event is a full experience. Silent Ice Center, built for champions, built for the community. Book your ice, your event, or your next big night at Silent Ice Center. Email booking@silenticecenter.com.
Big guests, bigger takes. Jason Greger brings the names you know and the stories you don't. Weekdays, 2 to 6 on Sports 1440. Don't miss a minute of the action on Edmonton's sports leader, Sports 1440.
Measles outbreaks are occurring in Canada, including Alberta. These outbreaks are highly preventable. Measles is an extremely contagious disease that is spread easily through the air. The best way to protect yourself, your family, and your community is to ensure you are up to date with your immunizations. Don't get measles. Get immunized. Visit alberta.ca/measles to find out if you're up to date and what to do if you're not. A message from the Government of Alberta.
It's 11:44. Welcome back to Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440. Connor Halley, Brandon Douglas, Donovan Paulson, and Mackenzie, the intern, here in the Sports 1440 studios. Thank you guys for joining us on this show today. Of course, Canada gets past Finland 3-2 in the semifinals over in Italy to advance to Sunday morning's gold medal game that will await the winner of Slovakia and the United States, who meet later on today. We got some curling going on. Bronze matchup. Looks like Norway and the Swiss. Canada, unfortunately for the home and rink, will be participating in the bronze medal game after they fell to Sweden earlier today. Then tomorrow, you got Canada and Great Britain for top spot. Duke, I think that's a matchup a lot of people probably would have seen coming potentially. Maybe not as the tournament was going on, but Canada, Great Britain should be a great head-to-head one.
Yeah, Bruce Mowat's the best male curler in the world right now from a national ranking perspective. It's a great team out of Scotland there. And Brad Jacobs, it's going all the way back to the trials, right? In the emotional final against Brad Gushu, who was trying to, go back to where it all started for him at an Olympics in Italy, where he won gold in 2006. But this is like a super team that Jacobs has assembled, essentially, right? When you talk about guys that have already won Olympic golds, and Ben Hebert, Mark Kennedy, Jacobs himself in 2014 too. So it's and then obviously Brett Gallant, who's already been playing at this tournament with his wife in the doubles. It's awesome. And I think if you had said at the start of the tournament, these are the two teams playing for gold, very few people would be surprised, if any.
Yeah.
Should make for a great game.
Looking forward to it. RBS had texted in, all those European teams play such styles. Then the Americans and Canadians play such styles, different styles maybe. Glad we got by Finland. Yeah, Finland, credit. Czechia as well. Played really good games against Canada. Now, how about this? You're a big fan of this guy. I would call him a friend. Teemu Selanne. We went to a luau together in Maui.
Right.
Yes.
Personal,
Friend
close
of mine.
personal friend of yours.
Yeah. Beating greatest hockey country in the world and Canadian referees same night is impossible, I guess. Absolutely embarrassing penalty. 90 seconds to go in an Olympic semifinal. What a joke.
So this is obviously the McKinnon high sticking penalty.
Yeah.
Or they said with 30 seconds to go.
90 seconds to go.
Yeah. He hit him in the face with
It's
a
a high
stick.
stick.
It's a high. Those are in theory the easiest penalties to call. Now, yes, the throw in the head back can sometimes make it look more dramatic than it is, but that doesn't change the fact that you hit him in the face with a stick, which makes it a penalty even if you don't react at all.
I was arguing with Oilers fans in the playoffs. I had a posting videos.
When the Oilers were addicted to taking high sticking penalties.
They're like, well, he whipped his head back. He hit him in the face. Penalty. That's it. It's black and white. You hit a guy in the face with your stick, it's a penalty. And that's, well, follow through, I suppose. But this wasn't the case. Timu, you are way smarter than I am, but it's a penalty. Like, you got to control your stick, especially in those situations.
It's like I said, to me, those are maybe the most cut and dry penalties that exist in the game.
Other than maybe puck over glass.
Ooh, but what if it just touches the glass or just gets deflected?
You're right. When you're right, you're right. But yeah, I mean, hey, that's a passionate response from Timu and a lot of passionate Canadian fans in his mentions.
Yeah. I doubt he's got his mention notifications turned on.
No, he's probably out cruising down the Finnish coast or something right now.
No, he's probably in SoCal heading for lunch at his steakhouse.
With needs.
If he's not actually in Italy at that game.
He might have to like buy Niedermeyer lunch or something after they bet.
Yeah, possibly. Possibly. And his old buddy Paul.
Korea?
Olympic gold medalist.
Maybe Getzy?
Maybe.
Corey Perry?
Perry's is too busy getting ready to take on a new role as a top line winger for the Kings with no Kevin Fiala.
Good point. That video the Ducks did after the 2010 games with
Bobby Ryan. Really funny. I still go back and watch that occasionally just for a laugh.
It's so blurry now.
It's like, do we think this was good quality back there?
Has it gotten worse?
It's like when you get even just watch the footage of the 2002 Olympics, that medal, the Canada-US gold medal game you're watching. It's like, how do you even tell who the players are? It's so pixelated.
I want CBC's a government, we fund them with our tax dollars. I demand clear video of some of my favorite sports moments.
Yeah, what are they?
As a taxpayer, I demand it.
What's the name of that process where they go on old footage and make it clear? You see it a lot with World War II footage and stuff like that. There's a name for it. I can't remember.
Dynamic visualization.
I don't know.
Anywho, I want to see
digitally remastered. I think that's what they call it for music. I don't know if it's the same thing for visuals.
I want the 2006 Cup run for the Oilers. I want that final Game 6 opening. I want that redone so I can watch it clearly with Pronger walking out last and such. Donovan just sent us a post.
In what? Twitter?
Twitter. It's Macklin Celebrini just hovering on the line and then Mark Kennedy pushing him with his one finger. I mean,
classic.
You can throw that up on the YouTube if we have time to get it in there. That's pretty funny, actually. I thought it was going to be some sort of breaking news or anything. Just a good meme. Well done, Donovan. Coming up next on Sports 1440 will be the Lowdown with Low Tide. Alan Mitchell, Declan Kruger. Donovan will be around as well as he sits in for Josh Fenwick, who's resting the vocal cords. They'll be joined by Steve Lansky and maybe more. And then on the Jason Greger Show, we will be joined by Craig Button. He'll join us at 2:20. We'll also be hearing from our co-host, Wanye Gretz of Oilers Nation. Speck will be by, Alan Mitchell. We've got the stat of the day, Cam Tate's 2-minute warning. And to be honest, we'll kind of fill the spots as we go here because we kind of had to wait and see what happened in this game before we fully loaded up that show. So make sure you keep it locked here on Sports 1440 for the remainder of your day. Of course, lots to talk about Canada getting past the Finns by a score of 3-2, despite trailing 2-0. Some text coming in here already. Perry over Jarvis from Levi. Can you imagine if they brought him? Mark says, guys like Bouchard off the team. Okay, well, he said one earlier. Let's go back to it. Is Morrissey out for the entire tournament? Need him so bad for the Sunday game. Can't believe they left a guy that can move the puck off the team. They're clearly lacking puck-moving guys from the back end, like Bouchard. I will say, when they were trailing and they couldn't get a good shot through, I was like, a Bouch bomb would come in pretty nice here. We've seen him score some big goals in the Oilers Cup run. But you know what? They won the game. So They did enough. If they win gold, we can't criticize this roster at all. As much as you could, but it would fall on deaf ears because they won gold. If they lose on Sunday and there's certain things that stick out to you, then yeah, I mean, then feel free to let it rip. But right now they've done all they can do, and they beat a good Finnish team. So, Duke, I don't know. Like, yeah, you could always look back and say maybe they could have done this, maybe they could have done that, maybe they could have had a little more speed. You do that with the women's team as well, right? At the end of the day, the women's team was pretty damn close, losing gold medal in overtime, 3-on-3. The men's team has done all they can do. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess I can't be too critical till it actually something happens that we don't want to happen. Jamie B says, I would love it if the Slovaks beat the U.S. The Kachucks would eat crow. Triple C in a truck says, high sticking is high sticking unless you're Stetcher. You wrote Sketcher, but I assume that's Stetcher. Did he have a missed high stick?
I don't know. Oh, yeah, he took one. Remember behind? I can't remember who it was against, but he got rubbed out behind the net.
Yeah.
Turnover out front.
You're right.
Banged home. I don't remember who that was against. Kings? I don't recall.
I recall tweeting about it. Maybe I'll be able to find it quickly. But yeah, that's a good one. I do recall that. I mean, it gets missed. No doubt about it. It does happen. Oh, yeah. I tweeted, do refs hate Troy Stetcher? We were talking about best player in the world, and Hot Salsa had said the players even know there's no question. The funny thing is that Connor will say it's McKinnon, and McKinnon will say Connor. Other than that, it's unanimous. That's just the thing, though. There's always those people who just think a little bit differently. I mentioned the Herbert one as a joke, but Sam Monson had him as his MVP. Ken Griffey, Ichiro Suzuki were not unanimous Hall of Famers. Like, there's always those people that say things, and maybe do they really believe it? Who knows? But I just think you get a few people out there that would say Mac, and it maybe for the reason that he has won a Stanley Cup.
I just want to read you a stat line.
Do it.
From this semifinal game. This is via Dmitry Filipovich on X. Macklin Celebrini led Canada in time on ice in the game. 25-53. 9 scoring chances were the most in the game. 8 shots on goal were the most in the game. And had the assist on the game winner. Of course, secondary assist to Connor McDavid's great pass across the top of the slot to Nathan McKinnon. So I know we've talked about him quite a bit already over the past week and a half, but for a kid, because he is just a kid still at his age, playing the way he has in this tournament, I came in with actually pretty decent expectations, I think, compared to a lot of others, saying maybe he'll be the extra forward. He'll get looks in the top 6, but it might just be an easing in thing for him so that he can be experienced come the 2030 Olympics, assuming there will be NHL participation in the south of France. That hasn't been the case at all. He has been front and center, leading the tournament in goals. And then you have the stat line from the biggest game of his career to date. Pretty impressive stuff, and have to be pretty excited about that if you're a Sharks fan, Canada hockey fan, and going into Sunday's gold medal game. You have to think he'll be a very prominent player once again for them.
Mackenzie had asked us yesterday, we did a video on social media, like, who do you think will get the first goal? And I said Celebrini, and I think a few other people did. And Declan was like, oh, like, lame answer. Was it? This guy's unbelievable.
He leads the tournament in goals.
I'm not trying to be mind-blowing here. I'm just trying to pick the winner. And yeah, he had opportunities for sure. None of us took Rantanen, who did have the first goal of the game. But go check that video out on all our social media platforms. Duke, have a good weekend. People can tune into the Saturday Sports Setup tomorrow morning with you, right?
I guess.
See who else shows up. Maybe I'll roll.
Donovan, you have to come.
Mani will be there. We're going to get to a Sports 1440 update with Mackenzie, brought to you by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky, online at wilhaukbeefjerky.com. Go check them out. Only available in Leduc.
This is a Sports 1440 update.
Over in Italy, Canada took the win over Finland with a score of 3-2 and the go-ahead goal from Nathan McKinnon. Gold medal game Sunday at 6, and the U.S. takes on Slovakia at 1:10 in their semifinal. Earlier this morning, Valerie Malte won a bronze medal in the women's 1,500-meter long track final. Team Homan fell to Sweden in the semifinal this morning, 6-3, and they'll be in the bronze medal match against the U.S. tomorrow at 6:05. Team Jacobs will be in the final tomorrow, looking to take the gold over Great Britain at 11:05. Brendan Mackey, Dylan Marneau, and Andrew Longino are all competing in the freestyle skiing men's halfpipe that's about to be underway. And in speed skating, the men's 5,000 meter relay will skate for a medal at 1:30. In the association, 9 games on the slate. Cleveland and Charlotte kick things off at 5. OKC welcomes in Brooklyn, and the Lakers and Clippers have the late game. Around our Edmonton sports in the BCHL, Bruce Grove is at home against Brooks at Thompson Arena at 7 o'clock tonight. Nate Oops women's basketball team is in action, as well as the U of A Pandas women's hockey team kicks off their playoffs tonight at the Drake against U of M. Puck drop is at 7, and the Griffins men's hockey team takes on Calgary from the DCA at 7 in Game 1 of their quarterfinal series. Next on Sports 1440, The Lowdown with Low Tide, Alan Mitchell, Declan Kruger, and Donovan Paulson. I'm Mackenzie, and that's your Sports 1440 update.
This is Sports 1440,
a Stingray radio station.
broadcasting on Treaty 6 territory.
Download the free iHeartRadio app and listen to CKJR wherever you go.
Welcome, gentlemen, to the nerve center of game-watching greatness, my sanctuary, my Brozone.
Whoa, giant screen, comfy chairs. You've thought of everything.
Almost everything. Where are the snacks? We can't cheer on Canada without the proper fuel.
Way ahead of you. Will Hawk Beef Jerky, the official